Ladies, gentlemen, et al., this is Odeko. Welcome back to Mario Kart. So today, I'd like to start going through each of the Grand Prix. And let's go in order here. Obviously, 150cc. Let's jump into it. So I would like to do... Maybe this will be a little too much, but I'd like to do each Grand Prix twice. Once I want to go through the way it's presented, where you drive between each track. And then I also want to go through second time and just do all 3 laps of each course in versus mode. I think that'll be a good feel, a good way to be introduced to each of the tracks in a kind of neutral way, and hopefully start to learn these a little better. I'm still certainly at the point where a lot of the tracks I have no idea where I'm going, and I've just kind of followed the arrows. So I want to try and get to the point where I have them memorized a little better. And obviously we were playing as the instant classic, the Prii Biddy Bud on the Biddy Buggy. I have not looked up anything about like who the the meta characters are or anything, but my beloved Biddy Bud, if he's remotely good, I think he's probably going to be my main. Oh shoot. Which, leading into Mario Kart, the World, the promotional material, he didn't stand out to me as like the one that I instantly got attached to. But I think as soon as I saw him in the Biddy Bud, I was like, all right, this is my boy. Starting out here. I do like this course. It's more interesting than sort of the Mario Brothers circuit or the Mario circuit course that usually is in the first couple Grand Prix in obviously thinking about Mario Kart 8 specifically, but oftentimes the first circuits are pretty basic, and this one has a little more going on, which is nice. Okay. Boo is quite nice protection this high up. If I can get into first, it'll be awesome, but gonna have to burn it early. I do like that it also, when you have the Boo, it means that the shells just home onto the person in first instead. It's quite fun. Yeah. Secondary objective, it would be nice to try and get the 3 stars gold cup on each course, which I believe means you have to get first every single race. I think even if you get second on one of them, I don't think you get the 3 stars. So that'll be secondary objective. If I don't get it this time, I'm sure I'll get it eventually. Nice. First there. Pretty handily. He's so cute. This is the most expressive that 2 eyeballs that have no eyelids and no eyebrows and no other facial features could possibly be. Somehow just by changing the size and location of the pupils, managed to pack a lot of expression in this guy. When the Biddy Bud DLC alt costume pack comes out, I'm first in line. It's a bit out of the way, but probably worth it for the mushroom boost. I'm assuming that the food is equivalent to a mushroom. Maybe it seems like slightly less powerful than a mushroom, but it's... Actually, you know what? Just doing it there, it felt a lot less powerful than a mushroom. Let's see if we can get some snipes. Ah! Thread the needle. Okay. Got Kamek here. I don't know if the Kamek's going to be too useful in first, but pop it anyway. Might just affect me, honestly. Alright, I just got to not hit any of these guys. Coming into Crown City. One thing that I'm excited about going through all the courses here and, you know, paying close attention to them, I don't really get the difference between the two different variations of Crown City. I haven't, like, paid close enough attention to see what the difference is, so that'll be interesting. Very nice. There's something where, like, you can do tricks. I don't fully get how it works, because obviously you can just do tricks while you're flying in the air, but then also it seems like you could do tricks like off the top of, like, those lampposts, for example, or just random things that are in the air that you can hit. I don't totally get what the difference between those are. Or maybe I'm just doing an air trick and it seems like it's off the top of the lamppost. I'm not totally sure how that works yet. Very nice. Staying in first here. 2 more races down to get my first 3-star, which would be very nice. Here, get the fast food. Oh gosh. Was distracted by the other racers and then saw the bus loom out in front of me. We got some time to catch up here. Say Roy on that building. They took Roy out as a racer, but he gave him his own skyscraper. Consolation prize. Oh, that's interesting. Did the ghost jumping mean that I couldn't draft behind them? I wonder if that's like a defensive measure. So I don't think just like doing the jump boost on a straightaway really helps. Doesn't seem like that makes you go faster, but maybe maybe you can use it defensively to keep people from drafting on you. Kind of interesting. Nice. Coming out in first here. Across the railway bridge. Sunshine Railway. All right, Whistletop Summit. This one I've done barely any races on, and it feels like there are tons of alt paths. So I'm excited to learn a lot of what the best routes are. Maybe I should watch the staff ghosts on the time trials to try and get some of that info. Didn't want to get slowed down by that off-road there. Because of how chaotic the pack is, it's so nice to be out in front. So it feels like it's worth it always to do whatever you can to stay out in front. All right. Last one. So we are 3 out of 4 for the first place. It's super nice if we can get the 3 stars on the first try. I've been playing a fair amount of online, so guess my starting to get more used to all the systems and everything. I'm a big fan of DK Spaceport. I know people were skeptical when we first saw it, and I kind of was too, about like it's just gonna feel like 8 straightaways. but I think it's interesting enough that it doesn't feel that way. I mean, obviously, especially when you have to take the route to get there first as well. All right, Toadette. Need to collect more coins than I'm collecting. Oh. Drafting on me. Very nice. We'll take that. I have watched the short cat video that talks about the way that coins seem to work in this game, where they're like about as strong as they were in 8, maybe slightly less strong. I think in 8, 10 coins give you a 6% boost, and this seems like they maybe give you a 5% boost. But then also there's something weird where it's not linear, and for some combos earlier coins are better, and other combos later coins are better. I don't know. Still seems very much in flux of people trying to figure out what's going on there. But it does seem like if you're at 0 coins, you might be at quite a disadvantage, where even just picking up a few more coins could boost your speed quite a bit. So definitely need to keep that in mind. DK's not too far back there, but have a bit of a lead. I have a mushroom. I still don't know if dodging blue shells with a mushroom is possible. It seems like at least the timing is a bit different, because I've tried to do it a couple times and not been successful using the timing I'm used to from 8. So I potentially have blue shell protection, but unclear whether I'll be able to actually execute. Oh. And there it goes. That's my protection. So I have a bit of a lead here. Nice. There we go. Very pleased with that. First place across the board, 60 points. Get to enjoy that glide off the top there. Very nice. Beautiful. And there he is. The greatest hero of our time, Parabitty Bud. With the 3 stars. Very nice. Cool. So now let's I want to do the same races again, but I want to do the 3-lap version of each one. So let's check that out. All right. Let's do the Mushroom Cup again, and let's do all 3 laps this time. So this will be interesting. I don't know how substantially different they'll be, if it'll just feel like pretty familiar, or if there'll be interesting changes for the 3-lap versions. Something to learn. Also, it'd be worthwhile trying to find more shortcuts this time. I feel like generally I get so Mario Kart 8 brained, where I'm just kind of like only looking at the road and not paying attention to the rails and the shortcuts and everything. So, and the wall running, all that. So that'll be That'll be my goal, not be totally short-sighted. Obviously, this track's not going to be any different because you do the 3 laps in the Grand Prix one. Oh. Very nice. Comfortable first here, and won't see a blue shell for a while. I feel like this route has got to be faster, but I don't have the empirical evidence to back that up. It just feels like it is. I don't know what's going on over to the left here. I don't know what that track is. Alright, I'm going to ride this rail this time. Let's try... Maybe this is a bad idea. I'm going to do the other route here. I don't know. Maybe I could see that potentially being faster. They both seem pretty good. No one was remotely close to this, so... Not much to worry about either way. Very nice. Alright. Next race... Crown City. Interesting. So it looks like there is only the one version. I'm scrolling down a list here. I'm trying to remember which is the other cup. Yeah, because the Shell Cup also has Crown City. I don't know exactly how that works. Maybe they're just both the same track? I don't know. I'll have to pay attention to that when I go through the Shell Cup. Go. Got the draft. Looks like you can go left early there. Which is what the Warrior did. Oh, shoot. Plenty of mushrooms here. Oh! Oh no. Disaster. I had such nice, peaceful races out front, and then obviously as soon as I'm in the pack, the chaos begins. All right, let's try and get out ahead here. Trying to steer around that banana. I saw it so far ahead of time, and then still managed to hit it. Embarrassing. All Okay, I'm gonna go up on the overpass this time. Right. Oh, shoot! I was slightly delayed on that one. All right, we got 1, 2, and 3 right here. Let's see if I can get them. Nice. All right, Pauline. Thank you. Nice. I like that one. I like that one as a 3-lapper. think that's the first time I played it that way. Quite fun. All right, next is Whistletop Summit. This one, I definitely want to keep an eye out for the shortcuts as well. This seems like it has shortcuts everywhere, and I've definitely not explored them. Yeah, see, where did that... Is that a toad? Where did that toad come from? Interesting. I like this. I like that it's like these multiple routes weaving back and forth. Okay, so the toad must have instantly jumped up here. Yeah, this must have been where the toad came from. Oh, come on! I don't know why I didn't latch onto the rail there. The item. I do like that shortcut. Alright, Pauline. Shouldn't have done it. Alright, let's try not and leap off the bridge this time. Very nice. I did not intentionally slow down. I think I just took the suboptimal path. Which I will very much accept. Yeah, that every time I've seen that rail, I have not realized it soon enough ahead of time to try and jump on that and take that rail shortcut right at the end there. Seems like that could be a good one, though. Very nice. Keeping the perfect streak going. I know this is the easiest one, so not too surprising. And finally, DK Spaceport. So this one, I feel, yeah, this one will be interesting. I don't actually know exactly where the starting line is. Okay, so it does start you right on the path itself. Although, looking at the mini map, we're still a little bit away from all the hatchbacks. Got it. I think it's a missed opportunity that you can't play as Robo DK. Like, DK only has one alt costume, and it's not Robo DK. That'd be a fun easy alt costume, I think. We've reached the canon time of day that this course takes place. Oh, shoot. I was going to say the barrels have been blocking those red shells, I bet, but then the barrels also blocked me. Alright, let's try and get on one of these. Oh, come on. Ah! I'm like overcorrecting in the air. Alright, Toad. There we go. That's what I want. Yeah, with that one, I kept trying to do the charge jump, but you don't actually need to do the charge jump because you can, there are those little ramps that you can just trick off of and then start riding on the walls. Very nice. Perfect. That's a good one. It definitely is. It's a little on the simpler side because it is a lot of the straightaways. The obstacles aren't the most complicated, but I do quite like that one. The theming is so fun. It's probably my favorite theming of all of them, for sure. But all right, there was Mushroom Cup. Very nice. So we'll call that episode there. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoy, and next episode we'll be doing the same thing with the Flower Cup. So thanks a lot.